Welcome to the final part of our journey on breaking free from life-limiting beliefs. If you're just joining us, I highly recommend watching parts 1 and 2 first, where we explored my personal journey and what these core beliefs are and how to identify them in your own life. By now, though, you've likely used our worksheet to identify some of your own core limiting beliefs, and you might be feeling a mix of emotions. Perhaps relief at finally naming them, or maybe frustration at realising how deeply they've affected your life. Whatever it is you're feeling, I want you to know that you're exactly where you need to be. Awareness is a crucial first step, but it's just the beginning. And it's important to understand that simply knowing these beliefs with our conscious mind isn't enough to create lasting change. These beliefs are rooted deeply in our subconscious, formed before we had the ability to critically evaluate them. To truly transform these beliefs, we need to work directly with the subconscious mind. This is where the real change happens. And it's also why changing core beliefs can be challenging and takes time. Our brains have spent years reinforcing those neural pathways, and rewiring them requires patience and consistent effort. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to changing core beliefs. What works for one person might not resonate with another. And that's why we're going to explore several methods, both self-help techniques and practitioner-led approaches. You might find that a combination of these works best for you. By layering different practices, you can reinforce the changes you're making and potentially accelerate that neural rewiring process. This multifaceted approach can help create a stronger, more lasting shift in those core beliefs. So now we're going to dive into 3 self-help techniques and 3 practitioner-led approaches. Feel free to explore all or any of these methods as you embark on your journey of transformation. Just remember, this is a process and it requires persistence, but with the right tools, you can rewrite your internal narrative and create a more empowering reality for yourself. So let's explore 3 powerful self-help methods that can help you take control of your belief system at your own pace. These techniques are accessible, free, and often deeply transformative when practiced consistently. So first up is journaling. Writing is a powerful way to uncover, analyse, and reframe limiting beliefs. Through journaling, you can identify recurring thought patterns, understand their origins, and create affirmations or alternative beliefs to replace them. A couple of specific journaling approaches that I've used in this space are inner child writing and stream of consciousness writing. Both of these allow the subconscious mind to express itself on paper in ways that can be quite eye-opening. I once had a very intense conversation with an 8-year-old me that brought to light a lot of how I'd acted and treated others and what had been a long since experience. You can learn about these 2 techniques in our wellness wiki, and they're included in the download worksheets below. If journaling is something you'd like to try, then here's an exercise to get you started. So, reflect on a situation that triggered a strong emotional reaction. It can be recent or as far back as you're willing to dive. I know that just hearing that question would have brought a couple of them straight to your mind, so I'd say go with them. Now write about this situation. Then analyse what you've written to see which belief it may have activated. Then explore, using your conscious mind, how you can reframe this belief in a more supportive, positive growth perspective. What did it teach you? What has it enabled you to do that you wouldn't have done otherwise? There is always something we gained from every experience, good or bad. Create what the belief or statement is that you want to have taken away from that experience, and then take that into the second self-help technique, which is affirmations. You must have heard of these. They're positive, present tense statements designed to be repeated over and over until they replace negative beliefs. Repeated often enough, they shift your subconscious mind by replacing existing neural pathways with new ones that are empowering, not limiting. Leading figures in the affirmation world, like Louise Hay or Dr. Joe Dispenza, have shown that affirmations promote self-love, emotional healing, and over time recondition the mind and body. In our worksheet, we'll show you how to construct effective affirmations. I have used this technique a lot. My mirror, fridge, laptop, screens, doors have been covered in post-it notes as I repeat the affirmation every time I walk past it. Repetition is key here. There are other neuroscience-based aspects that can speed up the rate of neural change, which Dr. Tara Swart explains so well, so check her out. But here's one to try. Stand in front of the mirror and repeat your affirmations whilst maintaining eye contact with yourself. Sounds easy enough, but most people can't look themselves in the eye for too long, let alone saying positive affirmations like, I am deserving of love, or I can achieve anything I set my mind to. But trust me, over time, this can build confidence and a stronger connection with that belief. The last belief we're sharing today is advocated by Bruce Lipton and is self-hypnosis. This is my favourite of the self-help techniques. Specifically, he suggests that you create a voice recording of the beliefs you want to adopt and listen to it nightly as you fall asleep. This approach leverages the brain's suggestible state during the transition to sleep, known as theta brainwave state. The theta state is key to self-hypnosis because it provides a natural gateway to the subconscious mind, making it more receptive to new ideas and belief. And yes, that's right. Theta is the same brain state that we were in the entire time until the age of 7 when the core beliefs were first created. So by bombarding the brain with new beliefs whilst in that state, you accelerate that speed of neural change. Remember, repetition is key to changing beliefs and forming new neural pathways. So I make my self-hypnosis recordings and I repeat the beliefs I want to create over and over for about 30 minutes, and then I play it in my headphones every night as I fall asleep. Now, a lot of people don't like hearing their own voice, so you can always get an AI bot to read them for you or ask a family member or friend. I personally make Alchemist Sally's, for example. What I love about this technique is that you create the recording once and it's done while you're not aware, so it's a great use of time. Now, staying committed and you can begin to see shifts in that mindset over time. I find this technique works in a couple of weeks. I start by noticing my thoughts, change my attitudes, energy and reactions to things associated with my belief changing. So being observant is key. Now, I think combining these 3 self-help techniques supersizes your efforts. The journaling helps you understand where you are and how the changes are coming along. It also helps you to create the perfect for you affirmations that you can stick around the house to add extra oomph and act as an input to the self-hypnosis recording, which then adds a time investment that you can't do in the working day. It's a blinding combo. Let's explore 3 practitioner-led approaches that can help address limiting beliefs at a more profound level. The first I want to share is Psych-K. Now, this is a process designed to reprogram the subconscious mind with positive beliefs. Practitioners use muscle testing and specific protocols to replace neural pathways with empowering alternatives. It involves getting into a whole brain state and uses biohacks and neuroplasticity principles to affect the same changes you're doing in self-help, but way faster. It's like adding a shot of caffeine. Now, Psych-K is known for being quick and effective, often yielding noticeable shifts in a single session. I first found Psych-K when I was looking for ways to change my relationship with my siblings. I didn't really understand it though until I studied with Dr. Bruce Lipton, who freely shares that Psych-K transformed his career and thoughts. Next up is the emotion code. This neuroscience energetic modality focuses on identifying and releasing trapped emotions that may be reinforcing limiting beliefs or causing physical and emotional pain and resetting them. By addressing the emotional roots, this method clears blockages and allows you to create new, empowering beliefs without being held back by past trauma. I only discovered this modality in late 2024 when I had need of it personally. Mole, one of our alchemists, used it to help me understand the emotional basis of a physical health issue I was struggling to shift. It was uncanny what he was able to uncover. And the energetic reset that he did on each aspect, I could feel physically. A shiver down my spine or an odd smell or taste appeared, which in reality is the removing of the neural pathways that were no longer needed given the removal of trauma, emotion, and experience. I love this modality. Last up, hypnotherapy. In part 1, I explained that hypnotherapy is one of the established ways we can create new neural pathways that can become new beliefs, but it can also be used to change existing ones. Now, you may have heard of it being used for fun, cluck like a chicken type hypnosis, or to change habits, stop smoking, lose weight, have been 2 big ones. But essentially, it's a guided process where a practitioner helps you enter a deeply relaxed trance-like state. Yes, we're back to theta brainwaves. And as you know, this state, your subconscious mind is receptive to suggestions and belief changes. The practitioner then speaks directly to your subconscious and can act as an editor of what's there, removing bits, rewriting bits, adding bits in. This approach often achieves fast results. Now, I've had limited experience of this modality myself, but the experience I did have was very positive. I noticed a shift even after just one session, but I would always recommend a few with any of these practitioner modalities, as the neural network in our brain is very complex, and often, like peeling an onion, the beliefs we identify and shift can lead us to uncovering another layer of even more deep-rooted beliefs we need to shift. So see it as a process, not a silver bullet. Now, as we conclude this 3-part journey through life-limiting beliefs, remember this: these beliefs are not truths. They're simply stories you've adopted along the way, often without realising it. But the beautiful part, they can change. By identifying, challenging and transforming the 5 core beliefs or any sub-beliefs, you can free yourself to live a fuller, more empowered life. And I know this firsthand. Breaking free from I am not enough was one of the most liberating experiences of my life. And if I can do it, you can do it too. Now, whether you choose self-help techniques, practitioner-led methods, or a combination of the both, that's what I personally recommend, you're taking powerful steps towards lasting change. Remember, you have the power to rewrite your story. Now, if this series has resonated with you, here are 3 ways you can take action today. If you haven't already, download all the worksheets from part 2 on identifying core beliefs and today's self-help techniques, journaling, affirmation, self-hypnosis. They're powerful tools to start your journey. 2, share this series with someone who might benefit from it. Sometimes knowing we're not alone in our struggles can be the first step towards change. 3, if the practitioner-led approach resonated with you, then why not book a session with one of our practitioners? Mole and Nikki offer Site K. Mole provides the emotion code and Vicky specialises in hypnotherapy. You can learn more about each of them and contact them via their page on the Alchemy of Being website. Links also below. Thank you for joining me on this 3-part journey of the Alchemy of Being vlog. Your commitment to growth is inspiring. Let's rewrite these stories together. And remember, don't find yourself, curate yourself.